Yo, you got a mic. What's going on, guys? Back here with another banger video. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing and going over Dexter Resurrection Episode 4 because this episode has been the most hyped up, besides Episode 1, of course. And it also is just like the events in this episode are kind of just crazy. Like, nothing like this has happened before. But before I get into the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss one of my fire uploads. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So the reason this episode was so hyped up is because in episode 3 at the end, Dexter got an invitation to a serial killer dinner party. So knowing that, you expected that this episode he'd be going, and you don't even know what to expect. Like, you're going to see multiple characters that are going to be other serial killers that Dexter is going to encounter, maybe kill, maybe team up with. And I think this episode did even more than anticipated. So the episode starts off with Dexter taking Red's identity, and he puts Red's thumbprint onto his thumb, and he goes to the dinner party where Charlie escorts him in. And then Leon Prater, who owns the building and is also a billionaire, and he's obsessed with serial killers, but he's not a killer himself. He shows Dexter around his, I don't even know, it's like a mansion, apartment, I don't know. He shows him around, and then they go to a vault. Now, this part of the episode was kind of, like, insane. Like, I was low-key, my jaw dropped when this happened. So he opened the vault, and Prater has trophies from countless serial killers. Like, he has real-life serial killers, like John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, and then he also has fictional serial killers like Trinity Killers, Hammer, Ice Truck Killers, Deathbed, and even Bay Harbor Butchers, Blood Slides. And Dexter is obviously like, oh my gosh, because I'm pretty sure he parted with these in Season 2, but obviously he started a new collection but then destroyed them in Season 7. But these are the OG Blood Slide collection. And just seeing all of these artifacts is just, like, so cool. And there's other ones in the background, too. Like, there was the flight attendant. There was the one with, like, the lamp that was someone's spine. Like, that is just crazy. And then they have the New York Ripper, which they actually talked about again in the episode with the detective. She was, like, obsessed with that case. So maybe that will come to fruition later. And also, the New York Ripper never got caught. So maybe that will come back up. So anyway, at the dinner party, Dexter meets the rest of them. One of them is that one creepy guy from Prisoners who was, like, stealing the little girls. And yeah, he looks so much like a serial killer. It's kind of crazy. Then you have Rapunzel, who cuts off ponytails, and then those are his trophies. And then you have Lowell, who cuts the skin off his victims that have tattoos, and that's his trophies. And then you have the girl, Mia, who's actually, like, the only normal one. I mean, not normal, because she's still a serial killer. The only good one, because she only kills sexual predators. So Dexter's like, she low-key got a code, too. And obviously, Dexter is playing the role of Red, who didn't have a code. So I was kind of suspecting Mia to not respect who Dexter was, because Dexter is supposed to just be some guy who just kills for no reason. He doesn't have a code, right? But Mia didn't really seem to care, so alright, I guess. So later in the episode, Mia and Dexter meet up, and I think Mia was trying to get with him, but I don't really know completely. Like, I was kind of confused. And I think Dexter will share with her that he's the Bay Harbor Butcher, but, like, in at least an episode or two, because she seems actually, like, good-hearted, and I feel like if they genuinely start a good connection, she wouldn't just rat him out to Prater immediately. And obviously, I think throughout the season, Dexter is just going to have to take out each member of the dinner party, but they did say there would be more events, so that is something to look forward to. Maybe every single episode, there'll be a new event with the rest of the serial killers, and obviously they will be suspicious of Dexter because he's a new guy and someone just died a part of their group, so that's definitely going to make them very sus. Now, the main villain for this season, I think there's 3 options right here. I think it's either Prater, but I feel like he's like the main villain, but like he won't be hard to take down because, like I said before, he's not a serial killer. Charlie, because she's Prater's she's Prater's muscle basically, and she would be very difficult for Dexter to take down, but she didn't really have motives other than following Prater's orders. And then you have the weird guy who was in Prisoners, like I said before. I feel like I have a sneaking suspicion he's like just like the most gruesome, disgusting character we've seen yet. Just because his actor is like just like the perfect serial killer actor. Like I'm not trying to hate on him, like his like looks, but like he looks like a freaking creep. So maybe they could like make him secretly the worst out of all of them. So that's my prediction for the main villain. And then the plots that didn't really involve Dexter was Harrison just feeling guilty about killing that guy, which I don't really know why he would. That guy was a complete weirdo who he killed. And then obviously he tried to make a move on his best friend. And that was like, I cringed when she rejected him. That was so hard. And then after she rejected him, he wanted to turn himself into the police. And I was like, do you really need to do that? Like, I don't think getting rejected by a girl would just immediately make you throw your whole life away. And I get he was guilty the whole episode, but like, why? Why was he guilty? Like, I know he killed, like, obviously you'd be guilty no matter who you killed, right? But like, that dude was literally going to grape a girl. Like, I feel like you should feel like some sort of justice that you've committed. Anyway. So Harrison's about to turn himself in, and then Dexter's like, no, don't. And this is the first time Harrison's seen Dexter since he shot him at the end of New Blood. So it's like, what? You're alive, Dad? So the rest of the season will be Dexter and Harrison having to rekindle their relationship, and maybe they go killing together. I don't really know. But I think it'll be very interesting to see their new dynamic since what happened at the end of New Blood. And yeah, I'm actually very excited for the following episodes. The first episode was really anticipated, and the second and third one were like good, right? Fourth one was like, what the heck? This is crazy. This opens up tons of new plot lines. And now the following episodes will just be chocked full of juicy stuff. So yeah, I'm very happy with this episode, and I think there's a lot more good to come from Dexter Resurrection. That's going to wrap it up for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell so you never miss when my fire uploads, and I will see y'all in the next one.